Hello everyone. So today I'm going to show you how to make a roller coaster in Roblox Studio. I've seen a lot of tutorials on YouTube. No one has made a new one for 2019 PGS physics for Roblox. So I'm going to help you guys out, whoever's watching this, because you searched up how to make a roller coaster in Roblox Studio, right? I'm pretty sure you did. Um so yeah, let's just get straight into it, shall we? So there are 3 plugins you need. I will link them in the description below. Go down and install them right now if you don't have them. You can pause the video at any time if you need to slow down and keep continuing, because I'm going to go step by step and make sure your coaster works properly and well. Alright, so I'm not like any other PGS physics coaster creator. I mean, like, I do different settings to make it more smoother. There will also be a coaster car in the link description if you saw that. We're gonna use that later on. Yeah, so let's just get started. After you're done installing those plugins, what you want to do is open up Roblox Studio, obviously, and then click select on the inspect coaster plugin. Don't know how to say his name, sorry, but he's a really good guy. So just click select, and then you'll see this track pop up. And then, well, it's not really a track, it's just a C-frame model thing, just so it can calculate how your track is going. So then you want to go up to this plugin that you installed called QCMDUTL plugin. Click that, and you get this little bar. Oop, you get this little bar on the side of your screen, and then you want to click Move Access. Spam click on the red bar at each one of these. It doesn't matter which one, but just remember the hinges right here. These are called hinges, by the way. These little yellow circles, whatever it's facing is the direction the coaster is going. So in this case, the coaster is going this way, so I need to select this one to go this way. And then what you want to do is click Move Axis, and as you can see, you get this cool looking moving tool where you can move it up and down, left and right, pretty much everywhere on the Z and Y axis and X axis. Sorry. And then when you find your length of the station that you want, I'm just gonna make mine like that. That's pretty good. I don't really care about this coaster really much. This isn't centered, which is making me triggered. Okay. Now, once you got that, the size of your station, I'm just gonna make it like that for now. Then you want to click Add to End. What this is gonna do is it's gonna add to the end of your track. Add to beginning adds it to the opposite, so it's facing that way. And if I click Add to beginning, it does it to the opposite. But I don't want that, so if you want to delete a certain track, just click the red rectangle or box or whatever, and click delete. And then you want to go to your add to end section, and then you can I want to move it down just like that. Yep. And as you can see, there's 2 white boxes that appear. You can click them, and you can move them to determine how smooth it is. As you can see, this will not work with PGS physics. That will not work at all unless you C-frame it, which I will not go into because this is simple. And I mean, if you do C-frame that, no one's gonna come back. Yeah, I can pretty sure tell you that. Just make it as smooth as possible. The more you practice, the more elements you can achieve to work with PGS physics, Roblox physics. And I like that drop. That's pretty good. Now, when your drop is completed, or whatever, it could be a chain or whatever, you click Add to End. Now, if you want to rotate it, all you have to do is click Rotate Pivot, and you can rotate it or 90 degrees for me. And I like to use move first mostly, so I always get the same parameters for X and Y, because if it's move axis, that little circle can be right there and it gets annoying. So I just use move first mostly. And I'm gonna move it right there, move that box because it does not look very well. I'm gonna move it, I'm gonna align it with the red box so it's really straightened out. There we go. And if you want to rotate the track, if you would say, just click rotate pivot and click on the purple rectangle and you can turn it around. Don't do that, like as you can see it teleports left and right, but I just want to rotate it just a little bit, so about like that. But let's say if you want this to go up, if you try to move it, it doesn't let you. If you want to move that certain piece, all you have to do is click the purple rectangle, then click divide. And what that's going to do is it's just going to transfer this into a red and transfer those into purples. Then, as you can see what I mean by move first, it doesn't go like predictably and it's like a weird movement. So I always click move first to move it in the direction I want it to. And as you can see, I got a nice moving twist hill when it goes up, just like that. And now I'm gonna click at the end and I'm gonna rotate it 45 degrees or something like that. It really depends. And now I'm going to just move it up one more and go up one more. And now I'm going to click add to end just 3 times. 1, 2, 3. And once you got your lift hill done, or whatever coaster you're making, it could be a launch, etc. You want to go to the very top of your lift hill, whatever, again, and just straighten it out. And as you can see, we got a little problem right here. As you can see, when we go up the lift hill, we kind of slant up more. To fix that, all you have to do is just lower it until it's centered. That's all you have to do for that piece. I would suggest you move 5 studs, but I'm going to use 1 for this instance. But for rotate, always do 5. Because if it's on the grid, or stud grid, it's going to look more nicer. And it's going to perform better than regular. Because if you just like move 0 studs, you can have some issues in the future. Trust me. And then just click at the end. I'm just going to drop it down. Just like that. And I'm going to do that. That's a nice drop. And make it a steep drop. There we go. Now when you got your drop done, you can now, I'm just gonna add an airtime hill because everyone likes airtime. For an airtime hill, I like doing it this way. I like to stretch it out and then click divide on the middle layer, and then you get a nice airtime hill for everyone to like, just like that. You know what, we're gonna make this airtime hill super big. Well, not as big as that, just saying, or else it's not gonna work properly. And I've seen a lot of PGS coasters go super fast on the track. I'm gonna teach you also how to make it very smooth on the track, not too fast during the drop. It's gonna perform way better than if you would just do the default setting. By the way, we'll get into the future of that when we're done with this coaster. Just saying, in the future when we're done with this, we're gonna make it so it doesn't go freaking fast when it drops. I swear this thing is a little bit higher, even though it's not. And now I'm just gonna click add to end. Add to end again. Rotate it 90 degrees or 180 degrees, my bad. go to the end of this, stretch out to where it meets this little boy, and just stretch these out pretty much. Now, you gotta mess with it. I'm gonna go out larger, and as you can see, it auto rotates. If it auto rotates, you can just mess around with it. It's alright. And then as you can see, it rotates for me. I'm gonna click at the end. We're going to do another airtime hill. A big one actually. Divide. But this one's not going to be that much of a big boy. Because if it's too high, then the last one, it might not make it. And as you can see, we got a little airtime hill. And then we're going to boost up for our final break run. It's just a simple coaster. And then brakes right here. And then the join ends, just click join end when you get to the last section. Do that. And as you can see, our coaster looks pretty darn nice. Now, to convert the track for the other plugin, the Coaster Tool plugin that you installed as well, to convert it, all you need to do is when you're completed with this track, click compile. Now, by the way, when you're making the coaster with this layout, not the new one that just appeared, do not leave Studio and just say I'm gonna come back later. It will not save at all. You will have to restart over. Just saying. So now when you're done, you can just close out of this, click hide, you're done. And now the new roller coaster in workspace, right click, click cut, and put it in server storage, just to keep it there for later on if you like need it for something. I don't really know. I just put it in there just to keep it. Because what happens if you need to edit something, you can just come back and then click compile again and it saves. So now when you're done with that, you want to go to plugins and click Coaster Tool plugin. I am going, and as you can see, you get this menu right here. You can pick any track you want. You can pick Aero Vacoma, Corkscrew track, Intamin track, Aero track, SNS track. The list goes on. But for this tutorial, I'm just going to do the classic B&M track. And as you can see, then a new UI pops up. And it's saying normal, chain, brakes, transport, etc. And track types. We're just going to do standard for this one. And we're going to go to, oops, sorry, I'm just going to move it like that. I'm going to click transport. And I'm going to pick the colors. I'm just going to do all like a tail kind of bluish greenish kind of color. And then I'm going to click transport. And I'm going to click deactivated. And it's going to activate it. Now when you're done doing that, go to the very beginning of your station where you first started. Just click that and just spam click all through the lines. Because if you just do that and you do that, it's not gonna work correctly. So you have to make sure you spam click along these lines. And if you mess up, you can just Control Z and then you can click activated and then deactivate it again, and then it's going to reset, and then you can just restart whatever you messed up on. So as you can see, I messed up. I accidentally missed a few. Actually, wait, I didn't miss a few. I'm stupid. Click the beginning of the medium stone color right here, sorry, and then you should start, because that's how you do it, so it understands what track session you started, and as you can see, it filled up the path. Yeah, I always have to start here with black segments, or else it's not gonna work properly. And then keep on going. And then once you get to like the drop, you can switch to normal, and that's about it. Just switch to normal, and then keep on going. I'll skip until I'm at the chain lift for me. Alright, so when you're at the chain lift, click chain, click the speed that you want. So I'm gonna do a 25 chain lift speed, and then I'm gonna click enter. And then when you do enter, all you have to do is click the next segment and keep on going. Alright, so when you're on top of the chain, or top of the lift hill, click normal. And as you can see, we can just click normal, and we can keep on going. That's actually a pretty sharp turn. I didn't expect that, but it should work perfectly fine. Alright guys, so I'm at the brake section, and now I'm going to click brakes. I'm gonna click a speed that I want, so I'm gonna do, let me do a fat 12. Let me just do a 12. And then click right here, and then keep on going on the black section. And when you get to the end, just click, and as you can see, your brake has been created. Awesome. Now, after that, click transport. I'm gonna click 10 speed, and I'm gonna keep on going. Awesome, your coaster is complete. Now it's gonna work. Not technically. As you can see, if we import, let's just go into the workspace, find compile new coaster, right click that, click cut, and then scroll all the way down and put it in service storage. Now go into your models where you got the coaster car train. I'm gonna import mine. Where is it? Okay, it's above here, I think. I might have missed it. There we go. So now when you got the coaster car in, as you can see, don't put yours on the track, by the way. Sorry, misinformed. I'm just gonna show you what happens, because this one's for learning people and how PGS physics work on Roblox. So if I click run, it moves. Awesome, right? But not really. As you can see, this coaster car has been designed to work. Like, the wheels have been designed completely different. They're not actually cylinders, they're spheres. But as you can see, it went down, but it just stopped. What happened? Well, I can tell you what happened. Friction. Yes, friction. The track, Roblox auto puts on friction on the track. So what we have to do is add some physical property settings on the track. So to do this, all we have to do is neatly group all the track segments together to which one we need to change the setting to. So to do this, let's select all the change segments first, because the change segments is the lowest for me. So when you have all your change segments selected in the workspace, do Control G and then rename this to chain. Now when that's done, get all your ties and just group them together and just name them nothing. You don't really have to, but for me, I'm just gonna name them ties. And then get all your track segments. The track segments is all of the just plain old gravity wise tracks. And then just group them all together when you have them selected. I'm gonna call this track. Now when that's done, I'm gonna get my brake segments and call them brakes. Now this is what we have to do. Let's open up our chain first. Open up the model chain, select all the chain segments, do Control U on your keyboard. If you're on Mac, do Command U or something like that. I'm pretty sure if I'm correct. Then you'll see all these things inside the chain model. Then select left rail, go all the way down and go to the very end of the right rail where the rails stop, the right rail. And now scroll down in your properties and you'll see custom physical properties. Check that box, then you see a little arrow, click that. Now we got some properties to deal with. So the best property for a chain would be density 1, friction 2, elasticity 0, friction weight 100, and elasticity weight 100. That's for chain. Because if you would do steep chains, the friction and the friction weight would help a lot with that. Now go to your track segment. We can hide our chain. Then do the same thing. Ungroup all the track segments, not the model, just all the track segments that are in the model. Now when that is completed, do the same thing. Find the left rail and right rail, which is the very top, and ends with right rail. Now check the custom physical properties. Now the best setting for the track would be density 1, friction 0, just everything 0 beyond that point after density. Route priority, just don't mess with that, because that's not even let's say affected by a coaster car train in this instance, we would say. Now for our brakes, if you want smooth brakes, my best suggestion is ungrouping that, do the same thing, go to left rail and right rail. Now the best smooth brake would be and check it up, density 7.5, friction 1.25, and then elasticity 0, and friction weight 50, and elasticity weight 40. Now if we drag the coaster car back onto it, as we can see, when it goes down, it doesn't stop. It keeps on going, and it speeds up, and it connects to our chain. Now, if we watch it, we can see it works perfectly fine, but it goes too fast. Like, that's not realism. As you can see, a smooth brake. This is just a simple track. I mean, the smooth brake was kind of not that smooth. If you wanted to make it longer, like a longer kind of brake, you can reselect it and do this other setting and just put the friction down to 0.7 if you would like. But the same thing, it's super fast. That's not real life gravity. So if you want it to have a smooth gravity, you can experiment with the workspace property called gravity. My best gravity choice would be 55, and click run. And as you can see, when it goes down a hill, it's going to be smoother, less affected by, you know, speed and gravity. As you can see, it's way more smooth, way more butter. And as you can see, it connects to the chain, it goes up, and then as you can see, as I keep saying that, let's just watch it. Goes down smoothly, comes up, goes over the freaking almost rolled back hill, turns around, goes up this hill, gets almost no airtime. Oh, the back got a little bit. That's some airtime right there. And as you can see, a smooth brake into the station. Now, that's basically it to it. If you want to make it a little bit more realistic for gravity, you can insert a part or so and then like make a sensor that says gravity 100 for here, and then wait 0.5 seconds and gravity goes back to 50 if you want to do that. If you enjoyed this video, please leave a like and subscribe. Please comment down below if this helped or helped a lot or whatever. It doesn't really matter. I think this is pretty cool that we got PGS to work again, you know, pretty cool, you know. But anyways, guys, I'll see you in the next video. Peace out.